Does relationship create happiness? I think it does, actually. And as I look at the thousands of clients that I've coached over the years, the ones who have been the happiest were the ones who had effective relationships. Now think about relationship. That's time spent relating. Time spent relating. Most people think that they have relationships with people, but they don't spend any time with them. The relationship they have is in their head. We got to get out of our head. We got to get into the actual interaction and the connection with people. So I'd like you to consider that happiness is a skill that anybody can learn. And what I like to do is I like to help you learn some of the ways to get happy now. So apparently there are 2 studies out there that show that relationship can positively affect your happiness. And so I'd like to point this out. It's a little different than my normal philosophy. My normal philosophy is that happiness is not an outside game, it's an inside game. And what these 2 studies show is that being in relationship has a positive effect on your happiness. So it appears like it's an outside thing, like the relationship makes me happy. But I'd like to, at the end, show you a conclusion that I believe it's still an inside job. So 2 studies point to that one of the most important keys to happiness is relationship. So in a study done by a firm called Saplo, I think I'm pronouncing that right, in Sweden, the company looked at which words appeared most often together with the word happiness in articles in the Swedish press in 2010. And so Saplo's technology can read and understand any block of text. Now the study is based on 1.5 million words of articles published in the Swedish daily newspapers in 2010. And the technology examined which words were most common, all right, in the articles containing happiness compared to articles that did not contain this word. Now, here's the insane thing. Almost all personal pronouns were linked to happiness. You and me were at the top of the associations with happiness. And, probably the more progressive my and your, those were also very at the top, very high. And then after that, you had, she, he, us, and them. They were all popular. So what does that say? Basically, when we think about happiness, we think about it in relationship to others, in relationship to ourselves. In another study done by the Pew Research Center, after surveying 44 countries, it was found that the biggest source of happiness is family. Now, my friend, if you want to increase your happiness, you want to begin to take on the skills of happiness. And I request you watch some of my other videos and I'll give you some of those skills. But today, one of the easiest things that you can do is to get back into connection, into communication with those people in your life that are important to you. Your friends, your family members, the colleagues at work that you enjoy. Those connections create incredible positive meaning in our life. I request that you do some of that today.